not moving at all.
I think I'm just gonna use that
What up?
strap.
I think one guy just gave me a death stare. Like a really good death stare. Oh, there we
It
go.
doesn't dangle.
Brian. I don't know how else I could say this, but we're among the peasants, apparently. Wow, that camera's really close and it's uncomfortable. Hello, my name is Zio Garcia here at guffandstuff.net. We're here at the Game On Expo in Mesa, Arizona. We just stepped through the doors, and from what I gather so far, it's pretty lively for the most part. Right here immediately, we just noticed that we have halfpricebooks.com, and they have a whole bunch of goodies. Maybe at some point we'll show them, right? But for now, I actually caught something pretty interesting right over here. These, I believe, from what I've gathered, these are retail booths, I guess. Back when the Dreamcast was new, and I mean, God only knows how long it's been since I've seen one of these. So far, I mean, from what I've gathered, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a whole bunch of good shit. So stick around. We're gonna make more videos and all kinds of cool stuff. So stay tuned. Yeah. Ezekiel Garcia here again at the Game On Expo, and I actually found some pretty interesting stuff so far. Right over here, this gave me a quick nostalgia trip. These were used to be sold at Fry's, believe it or not. Just a normal grocery chain, but they did sell video games at one point. And I wanted to get this game, except for Super Nintendo. And for some reason, my mom thought it was like the most horrifying thing ever. And I never got to play Street Fighter until I was like maybe like 10 or 12 years old. And basically, she'll just base her entire opinion on a video game just on the cover art alone. So, I mean, M. Bison like kicking somebody in the face. I believe on the Super Nintendo it was Blanca kicking Ryu's ass or something like that. But yeah, that's Street Fighter, and also. We also have a bunch of Game Boy Advance games. I have not seen those in a while. It's just pretty cool to see all this, all these old cartridges and even UMDs from old PSP games. Just seeing them for the first time in like God knows how long. I can't really tell. Ghost Recon, we got, oh my God. Yeah, I can't even tell with these. We have Nintendo 64 cartridges, some more Sega Genesis, Ninja Gaiden right there. And neat thing about it is that I guess like pretty much all that can be, obviously you can buy any of this. And thankfully they're actually at fair prices, unlike if you were to go to eBay. I'm pretty sure that Ninja Gaiden cartridge, someone's trying to like sell that for $150. And an interesting thing, Zone of the Enders, a game that I'm actually seriously thinking about purchasing. And fun little fact, since I'm pretty sure you can tell right here, it says it's demo for Metal Gear Rising. On the first original release of the first Zone of the Enders, there was actually a demo for Metal Gear Solid 2, and basically that was like the only reason why anybody would have bought Zone of the Enders in the first place. So basically it was like a $60 Metal Gear Solid 2 demo with a free game to go along with it. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much just like barely scratching the surface, but, already I could tell there's going to be some pretty neat shit here. So, once again, we're going to be doing more videos, so stay tuned for that. Hey, what's up, guys? Ezekiel here again at the Game On Expo, and I'm standing next to a tiny little Magnavox TV, which is connected to a Sega Genesis console. And this Sega Genesis right here is actually if I remember correctly, this is a first-gen Genesis. It didn't have the switches or anything like that on there, and it had, obviously, this is clearly a different design than what most owners of the Genesis remember. And what's pretty cool about this Genesis is that there's a cartridge in here. I believe it just says Mega Drive Collection, and from what I understand, it has over 500 games in here, and I'm not sure if they're I'm pretty sure they're ROMs, and this is some sort of like emulation device or something like that going on in here. How they fit that many games into one cartridge, I don't know. I can only assume it's some sort of aftermarket cartridge that some people, I guess, by a group of people who really love Genesis. Just earlier, I was playing a little bit of Vector Man on here, and over there as well, it's the same deal, only this time it's a NES. It was an NES top loader, and that too has some sort of ROM collection inside that big cartridge. In general, right here, this area, obviously there's like a lot of video games here. It seems as though you could just pick up a controller and just play it. And to my left, there's a tournament about to happen. Mario Kart 64 going on. There's like a paid entry and all that good stuff. And further down on the corner here is actually a little station, and I'm pretty sure it's some sort of retail booth for Game Boy. And it looks just like any other. It looks just like the original Game Boy. And also I don't know what that console is. I'm gonna have to find out what that is at some point. But things are starting to pick up a bit finally. So already we're finding some pretty interesting stuff. So once again, this is Zeke Garcia here at guffstuff.net. Hello, it's Eagle Garcia again here at the Game On Expo in Mesa for guffstuff.net, and we found something pretty interesting, a Game Boy retail booth from Toys R Us, if you can tell from the sticker. And what's pretty cool about this is just the fact that it took this tiny little screen from the Game Boy and added it onto this giant, bigger screen. And honestly, just from playing this alone, just looking at the little tiny screen from the Game Boy itself, it makes whatever the hell I'm playing a lot more playable. It's just like, just from here, there's like a tiny little glass or something like that's protecting the original screen, but all I can see is just black and just green everywhere, and I can't tell where I'm moving or anything like that. But here it's slightly more easy on the eyes. But again, the game I'm playing what's on the screen is a game called Altered Space. I honestly never heard about it up until this point. And it's an isometric, weird little title, and I had no idea how to play it, and it just seemed like one of those games that it was just impossible to navigate through. But anyways, this is just something, a nice little, I guess, trip of nostalgia back when, you had when consoles had their own little unique little setup for every retail store. You used to have these at Sears, you used to have these at, Dillard's and stuff like that. Well, I'm not sure about Dillard's, but a lot of retail places had them regardless. But anyways, once again, a nice little piece of nostalgia here. And once again, this is Eagle Garcia here at guffstuff.net. You guys take care. Hello, once again, it's Eagle Garcia here at Game On Expo in Mesa, Arizona for guffstuff.net. We're going to do a little showcase of some of the arcade games that they actually have here at the ballroom at the Marriott. And this here is Ghosts and Goblins, I believe 1989 Capcom release. And the one thing that stands out with this game is it's hard as fuck. I was playing it earlier, and this game is next to impossible. This was ported over to NES, and also they made a few sequels. There was Ghouls and Ghosts, which was another Capcom release. And also there was a bit of a successor to Ghouls and Ghosts, which was on Super Nintendo, aptly named Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which featured a double jump, had more weapons, all that good stuff. And really what stands out with me is just the fact that I used to play this, the NES version. This was honestly one of the first games I ever played on the NES when I first had it. I only got past this level, and if you can see some of the footage, this game is extremely difficult. Is it impossible? Not really, but here's the thing you gotta remember. If you beat it once, you have to do it all over again. Because the plot twist is that everything you just did in the first playthrough was just an illusion. So now you have to go back and defeat the real final boss, and you have to have a certain weapon in order to beat the actual final boss again. But overall, this is a pretty fun game. Just full of power-ups, full of all that good stuff. And
really, the theme with a lot of these games is that they're going to be hard, no matter what it is. Arcade games are naturally hard because, let's be honest, they got some money to make. So, of course, they're going to throw in as many quarters just to beat this one game. And the fact that, basically, even if you continue, you have to go, there's only one checkpoint per level. So it's like a halfway point. And even if you continue, you have to start again at the halfway point. So, again, this game's hard, but well worth your time, assuming, of course, you actually know what the hell you're doing. So, Ghouls and Ghosts, it's nice to see it here. It was provided by Cobra Arcade Bar, which is located in Central Phoenix. So, be sure to check those guys out. And this is Igor Garcia for GuffStuff.net, and catch you guys later. Hello once again here at the Game On Expo at for GuffStuff.net. Okay, cool. All right. Hello again, it's Igor Garcia here at Game On Expo for GuffStuff.net. I actually found something pretty cool. This is Major Havoc. I never heard anything about it up until this point. As you can see, my little astronaut there just chilling there, just leaning. Honestly, this game is actually quite impressive for a vector graphic video game. Normally vector graphics would be games like Asteroids, Space Invaders, I believe. Actually, Space Invaders is sprites, excuse me, but what's cool about this is just the fact that it's actually a multi-layer game because first you start off on your ship and you kind of have to do like some sort of Galaga style shoot 'em up, in which afterwards you infiltrate this base and then you blow it up. And what's so cool about it, as you can see right there, that was another part of the game. Obviously, since no one's playing it, it just automatically blows up. But you have to land on the base and there's turrets, and you have to stay within a certain spot in order to not get shot. So a game like this, as I was playing it, it was actually quite impressive to see like how vector graphics can create some sort of illusion of 3D, because when you see like the ships fly, like the ships back there, they're just like tiny little dots, but they actually come closer and enlarge as they come further down the screen to give this sort of illusion of like some sort of like 3D perspective. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other games during this time was like that, but Major Havoc, I mean, this is actually, I had a hell of a time with this game. I mean, it was hard as hell. The first level was like really easy, and the second one is like you're like in a damn maze. So I mean, it's pretty cool to see something as rare as this. Here's the year of the game, but obviously I can't do Roman numerals off the top of my head, so make of that what you will. But anyways, Major Havoc by Atari, pretty nice to see a game like this at Game On Expo. So once again, this is Igor Garcia for GuffStuff.net. You guys take care.